and welcome to the DN Newsroom for the first edition of Chirp TV. I'm Vanny Lopes, co-sports editor of the Ball State Daily News, along with Kyle Shaner, the other co-sports editor, and our special guest today, football beat writer Ryan Wood. Now in this session, we're pretty much just going to talk about the upcoming weekend in Ball State sports. And clearly the buzz this week all throughout campus has been the Cardinal football team, as they are now number 20 in the BCS polls, and for the first time ever, they will play a home football game as a nationally ranked team. Now, Ryan, you've talked to this team all week. What's the mindset of the team entering this game?
Well, I'll tell you, it's been the same mindset for this team all year. Brady Hoke's changed his message about as much as Barack Obama's changed his message of change. They haven't looked ahead. They've continued to be one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and it hasn't changed even though they're coming off a bye week. It's still Eastern Michigan, the national polls, all those things really subside.
Yeah. Now, what's the one thing in particular that they've been emphasizing this week to be prepared for Eastern Michigan?
Really, it's been health. I mean, take advantage of the 7 days that they had off. Take advantage of getting back into their academics, back into their studies, and staying fresh, staying healthy for the stretch run that begins with Eastern Michigan, then has some even more competition down the line like Central Michigan and Western Michigan.
Yeah. Now that game will begin noon Saturday, and students can get into the game free with their Ball State ID. Now, switching over, Kyle, what's the biggest sporting event this weekend, non-football related?
All right, other than football, everything else is on the road this weekend, but I have to say it's a soccer team. Only 3 games remaining in the season, play 2 of them this weekend. Ball State is tied for 5th in the MAC with Western Michigan, Friday's opponent, and 1 point behind Sunday's opponent, Northern Illinois. Ball State's in kind of an unfamiliar position. This weekend they're trying to get just a home playoff or tournament game in this year's MAC tournament after winning the regular season title the past 2 seasons.
Now, in talking to the team, do they still feel confident that they can get a first-round home playoff game this year?
Yeah, they're very confident. Coach Lovett's been saying if the team just goes out and does what it does, they will win for sure. They've been saying all year long that this is the best team in the MAC. One thing is they just have to find a way to finish off goals. They've only made 4 out of their last 99 shots.
Yeah. Right, now moving on to some other sports that we haven't hit on yet. Women's volleyball going out on the road, playing 2 tough teams in Ohio, Bowling Green and Miami. Kyle, do you think that they can win any games this weekend?
It's going to be really tough. Bowling Green comes in 3rd in the MAC East with the winning record, won 6 of its last 7 games. Miami 1st in the MAC East. So going on the weekend, you really hope just to get 1 win, get a 500 record coming out. That might not be a very easy accomplishment this weekend.
Yeah, and Ryan, are you of the same mindset? Split this weekend, it's a good thing for them?
Absolutely. On the road, in conference, it's always tough regardless of what sports you're having. I think it's important to note so far with a 9-14 record, the volleyball team's had a better season what they thought coming in, but definitely a split would be a successful weekend for this team.
Yeah. All right, and finally, field hockey. They got their 2nd win of the season, snapped that 11-game losing streak. Can they get another win this weekend as they go to Ohio to play Ohio University and Kent State, 2 of the top teams in the conference?
Field hockey team had to be pretty excited after that win last weekend, but I don't think there's going to be much more excitement. The team they beat, Missouri State, was 2nd to last in the conference before that loss, so a little tougher opponents this weekend. I don't think it's possible.
Right. And Ryan, same mindset right there.
And regardless of who the competition is, even if they are at the bottom of the conference after such a long losing streak, it's always nice to get that win. But it's not something that's going to keep itself sustained, unfortunately. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah. Right, and that's going to do it for this edition of Chirp TV. If you want to find out your results throughout the weekend, go to bsudailynews.com. Or if you have a question you'd like to ask us for the next weekly show, you can email that to sports@bsudailynews.com. For Vanny Lopes, he's Kyle Shaner. That's Ryan Wood. Have a great weekend, Ball State.